In the late 1800s and early 1900s, scientists did experiments that showed them that the atom is actually made of even smaller particles. So these would be particles beneath the atomic level, hence the term subatomic particles. The three main subatomic particles, which you're probably familiar with already, the electron, the proton, and the neutron. The electron, discovered by J.J. Thompson in England, he called them corpuscles, which thankfully was changed to electron eventually. The proton, discovered shortly after that, and then notice that it was another 30 years or so before the neutron was discovered. You might think about why that would be. What is it about the neutron that's different than the other two that would make it harder to discover? So we're going to take a look at a couple of the experiments. Eventually, we're going to compare these three particles. So you might recall the electron is the smallest. It has a negative charge. Its weight, 9.1 times 10 to the power of negative 31 kilograms. And we're mostly just interested in its relative weight compared to the proton and the neutron. The symbol, shorthand symbol for electron is small e with a negative sign next to it. Then we have the proton, which has a positive charge, and it is 1.67 times 10 to the power of negative 27 kilograms, which I'm going to write heavy. That might not seem very heavy, but compared to the electron, it's very heavy. And the symbol for that, sometimes you see a P for proton, or sometimes you just see a plus sign, or a plus sign with a circle around it to represent a proton. The neutron, as you can tell from the name, is neutral, and it also has a mass the same as the proton, and so it's also heavy. The symbol for that is a small n. So because the proton and the neutron are so much heavier than the electron, when we're talking about the mass of an atom, we're just talking about the protons and neutrons. For all intents and purposes, the mass of an electron is negligible. Okay, the Thompson model of the atom. Recall, Thompson is the scientist that discovered the electron. He suggested that the electrons are scattered in the atom randomly, like raisins in a raisin bun. Well, that's not actually how he termed it, but the term we sometimes use in North America for the Thompson model is the raisin bun model. Okay, so he said the electrons are scattered randomly like the raisins in a raisin bun. Actually, what Thompson called it was the plum pudding model. But most people in North America, especially young people, don't know what plum pudding looks like, so we'll call it the raisin bun model. So if we had sort of the nucleus here, or say the big positive charge here, and the electrons are sort of scattered randomly throughout the raisin bun. And next we're going to take a look at the Rutherford model of the atom.